Aloha everybody, Dino here again with some Hawaiian steel guitar. It snowed yesterday, so it's the perfect time to play some steel guitar music. I'd like to thank everybody for all the kind words they sent from the last video, and I appreciate that. Today we're going to use a different guitar. It's called a Resophonic. Underneath this silver chrome-plated plate is a big aluminum dish, and the strings vibrate it, and the whole idea is to make the guitar louder. It came out in the late 1920s with the whole goal to, allow players to fill up a larger venue, like a big theater or whatever. This is before electric guitars. And a lot of the Hawaiian players used a different style of guitar. It would be a tricone. This is a single cone, but they'd use a tricone with 3 littler cones, and very distinctive sound. One of these days I'm going to get myself a tricone. One of these days. It's on my wish list. But I'm going to play a song now that I got from Sebastian Muller from on the YouTube. The song is called, let me get my cheat sheet here because I always mess it up, Hilo Hanakahi. And I'm sure I messed that up too. But the thing about this song is I came to the realization that after playing steel guitar for 50 years, a pedal steel guitar, and then starting to follow these old style of playing, it's a totally different animal. I figured, well, it'd be the same. I got a steel bar, finger pick, slide bar up and down the strings, and pick some notes out, and what could be harder than that? But they had a whole different style of playing, the technique with their left and right hands. Some of it's even backwards from what I'm used to playing on my pedal steel, so I'm struggling with that. I listened for hours, and thanks to the video Sebastian had up on YouTube, I could actually watch him play. And after many hours of working on the song and watching him play it and trying to follow what he was doing, I thought I'd had a song. It didn't sound like I was having a stroke, which is what some of my playing sounds like some days. But he was kind enough to publish a little package where he puts backing tracks and what they call tab. It's kind of like a sheet music type thing for guitar. And I downloaded it, and I looked at it, and I thought, oh, this isn't the song I've been working on. I kind of missed half of it. But thanks, Sebastian, for doing that. At least get me on the right track. But I was kind of depressed because I figured, oh man, I got so much learning to do. But what the heck? What else am I going to do with my time? So after a couple of days of being depressed, I thought I'd get back at it and kind of worked it up to this point. I'm going to mic this guitar, because even though it has a pickup, it has a kind of an odd sound. So I like the mic better. I hope you enjoy it. Well, there you go. Now there's things in that song, and I almost made it at the end, and it's called Chimes. It's pretty common in Hawaiian music. There are harmonics, some guitar players call it, and it's, I'm not sure what causes this to happen, but at certain points you get that high-pitched, like a couple of octaves higher, and it's quite often you use it in a song, or sometimes whole songs have chimes, and there's that one little part well, I could barely do it with one string. Sebastian does it with two, so I got something to work on. Speaking of chimes, I'm going to do a song now that's called Moana Chimes, and it's actually based on an older hula song. When it's done really fast, it's called hua hua, or hui hui, and but when it's done slower, there was a M.K. Mole did it slower and called it Moana Chimes, and did some chime work in it. And it's, I don't have a backing track, so I'm just going to fake it. Oh, such cameras. Well, there you go. Some attempts at chimes and some different type of Hawaiian music for you. Some of that old stuff is just so incredible. Well, thanks for hanging out and listening to me learn as I go, learn as I earn, so to speak. So until next time, when it snows, we'll see you then. Aloha.